because the sensory system wasn't even fed the calming and regulating inputs it needed to even have a chance of getting into that balance zone where we can handle change, challenge, routine.
So like this classroom that he's supposed to go in next year in November, there are 5 kids and 3 teachers, and I really love the lead teacher especially. So the question is, well, how many days does he go? They've typically done 2, and I had talked about 3. Would it be better for him? I just want to do whatever's best for him. Would it be better for him to go every day?
How many kids are in the classroom?
5.
Okay. How many
3 teachers.
Okay. And what are the hours?
It's like a school day. But I mean,
All
again,
day, 9 to 3? Like that kind of school day?
Yes.
All school day?
They take like a 2.5-hour nap. Like they do a whole nap kind of thing. But I can pick him up early. I can take him late. Like I can do whatever we write in his IEP. But the problem is I don't even know what the best thing for him is to do. So it's hard for me to know what to ask for.
Okay, so basically you would, well, I would ask for more. You can always, it's always easier to get pulled back.
Yeah,
and get
right,
more.
right.
So I would ask for more versus less to give a consistency across the sort of situation of the week.
Like 5 days more than over 3?
No, 5 days, I mean.
Is that too many? But then when you're saying like, oh, if they go in, they eat breakfast, it's very...
The question you're answering, asking doesn't have one answer because consistency is important, predictability is important. So whatever you do and decide to, then stick to it. And then if you change to 3 days, don't go back to 4 and then try this in 3 weeks and blah, 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 blah. That would be a disaster. But definitely some amount of consistency. The caregivers are going to be consistent. The kids are going to be consistent in the activity. So he's going to know what's coming next. It'll be good to put him into a kind of a balanced curve throughout the week.
And I'm home with him the other day, so it's not like he's then going to a child care center.
Right.
So then I just have trouble knowing, is it better for him to be in there? He's been at home with me all this time, and I don't feel like it's been that helpful.
Well, that's part of it. We do want to teach him new skills. We do want to teach him how to handle more stimulation, but gently, of course. You know what I mean? Not just throw him into that environment. It doesn't work. He's crying all day. Well, then clearly that's not a good match. But in the right match with the right environment and the right caregiver at school, it's going to help him come out of his comfort zone with you at home as his primary caregiver. Start to let in more people to help him and be in his safe zone, which then will give him more to work with as far as support.
So the 3 days probably is good.
I think 3 days is going to be a good place to be, but like I said, it's really hard here. It's so hard to get everything. I would ask for whatever you think they'll give you and then come down from there, basically.
Ask for more than 3.
Well, it depends on what you think he can do. I mean, if he's doing it, then we want to give him as many opportunities. If he's handling the amount of stimulation, you got a good batch of kids. The 5 kids you got, aren't like, adding more chaos to an already stimulating environment. They're good kids. You've got a bunch of girls, not to be mean, but like that are pretty reserved or whatever. Right. The teacher's got a real nice modality and a nice personality and way to her that she's soft-spoken and nurturing, but and pays attention and he feels like she cares and all that stuff. Well, that could be awesome, and then the more the merrier for it. But then you go into it and you've got a batch of all boys and they're all running around like lunatics and it's like, oh, everything's chaos and whatever, and he's all, like melting down by the end. Well, that would be horrible for any amount of days. Right. So part of it is environmental because you just can't decide yet until you get there. Right. But it's really hard if you have one shot to get it, then get as much as you can and back down. I think 9 to 3 is going to be a very long day for him. Right.
Well, and I can pick him up early. What they do is they have breakfast about 9, so eat breakfast and have breakfast at 9, and then they have lunch about 11:30, and then they rest from basically. They start getting ready to rest at 12.
Yeah, it's like 12 to 2 or something
12
like
to 2,
that.
and then when they get up, they kind of play, and they'll go back outside again.
Well, here's the other thing, too. The other thing is that, remember I said if you have the right diet or the right input, you're going to be feeling pretty good. You can handle more stimulation, more challenge at that point. Right. This is going to come down to something that sounds like so benign, but how good is their playground? Do they have the kind of things that they like? Are they going to have a sand pit for his, him to do his Zen truck estate thing and what have you? Because all that plays into the diet, basically.
So he needs that.
He needs to have that diet. Enough of those calming things that he's going to have an outlet to kind of satisfy those places that are needing it. That's going to give him the best opportunity to achieve that balanced state, stay there for longer during the day. If you had none of those comfort measures, then it would just be even more interesting.
And then they have the speech. Well, I don't know about the speech therapist. We'll see. They have the PT and the OT at school with a room kind of like this. So you'll have that chance.
People are going to have to take the one thing I'm going to leave you with and going back to...
And I know we'll be back here before that starts.
Therapy versus no therapy right now, what the therapists are going to have to be really careful in doing is not avoiding everything he doesn't like, but to be really respectful of where he is, feeling safe with his body. So So obviously I did what I needed to do to put him in the swing for a moment, but I was going to keep him in that distress.
Well, they're doing that though, like to a point of like he's doing puzzles.
Right.
So that's not.
Well, I said we're not avoiding it. We're
Right,
just
right.
we're going to make it always part of the regime of what we're doing, but we're going to meet him where he is. So something like this. Okay, you don't want to go in that swing? Great. How about we just fill it with toys today? How about the next time you want these blocks? Great. Miss Ray's going to bring these blocks, and we're just going to, we're just going to sit in here. We're just going to do that around with your trucks in here for a few minutes.
Right.
And then we're going to do this. So we're going to keep expanding, but in a way that's safe. Fine, you think your body feels like it's falling off the earth when I lift you off the ground? Fine, we don't need to be off the ground. Let's just, same thing I showed you with the, okay, you want to sit here and play with your trucks? Great, I'm going to hand you each truck you want, but you got to, you're going to have to reach for it, you're going to have to lean your head back, you're going to lean over here.
Right.
But they're going to be really careful not to do too much too fast with that vestibular system because it will shut, it'll shut down. He'll shut that down in a hot second if it makes him feel fearful.
What do you mean?
Fear and insecurity will make you say, we're done here, people, and they'll just shut them right off.
And how much of it can you attribute to like piece two?
Moodiness?
Right.
Not that much.
Not that much?
No way. No way. Not even close.
Well, that's good then.
Not even close. Because you know what happens to 2-year-olds? 2-year-olds just like to be right. They like to be in control. But the matter of fact is they would then just do their own thing on their own time.
Right.
And he would be very happy to stay in there for 3 hours and never go near that.
Right.
And never touch it, never explore.
Right. Right.
So that is different, very different than me telling him to do something or wanting him to do something on my dime and my direction.
Right.
Very, very different. There's that intellectual and that innate curiosity that should be there, whether I tell him to do something or offer something or not.
Right.
And even the most persnickety kids who are really stubborn and really stick their feet in the ground, they'll go over there sooner than be like, the minute you watch them or see them,
Right.
I don't do this.
Right.
And they'll play that kind of game. But like when I turn my back or I just stop focusing on it or whatever, they'll go over and explore because they're curious. So that's...
And he did, but it took a long time.
A long time. And then think of the learning windows and how fast life moves and how fast class moves and how
Right.
fast recess
Right.
goes.
At that point, you already
You don't got that kind of time.
Yeah.
You already missed it.
Yeah.
Your opportunity is done.
Right. Right.
So that's the problem. We have to keep picking these things apart. And like, oh, sorry, I know this is hard for you, but that doesn't mean we just don't do it. But you know what? Miss Ray cares, and you know what I mean? I love you, and I want you to be happy, and all of those things. So let's figure out a way we can do it so it's not so stressful.
Right.
And then little by little, they start doing more and more, and they start seeing that, oh, there's more to this than meets the eye. I thought I was done with this, but maybe I'm not.
Right.
Look, you can do this with it. Look, and so that goes back to planting more of those motor ideas in his card box. By kind of showing him different ways we can use it, different ways we can interact with it, in hopes that he'll then the next time be like, oh, instead of me telling him now today we're going to go sit in the thing, the next time he comes for a session, let's say if you're seeing a therapist every week, he might immediately take all his trucks, plop himself down in the swing, and play in there.
Right. Right.
You see, and that's taking that idea, retaining it, retrieving it, and feeding it forward. Now look at that, you've just expanded your play. Right. So that's kind of what you do. You do little baby steps.
Okay.
But scariness and fear is the worst thing you can do to set somebody down.
Right.
Which is why, with him being difficult today, I don't want you to think that I'm a pushover. I'm not.
No.
But,
and I don't feel like that's been trouble.
Yeah, but I don't want. I know better than to push trust, because then the next time he comes, he'll be like, "We are so not playing in that blue swing this way."
Right.
Like, don't even, he'll give me another discerning look and be like, no. Whereas
I found our speech therapist, she comes in the door and he's excited to see her, he sits down, he's ready, and she makes him do stuff.
But you know what speech therapists have? They have a bag of toys.
Yes,
and
she does.
They sit there,
he
and
likes
once
that bag
done,
of
we
toys.
take it out. You know why he also likes them? How is he playing with those toys?
Right.
With his whole body, or sitting down, or what have you.
Right.
So look again at the things that he knows he can do.
Right.
Quack, 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 quack.
Yeah,
we found a bunch of ducks.
Well, that'll be good. The physical therapist next year, we tried last year, but she would come in and he would scream.
Well,
and I finally was like, this isn't even working.
Well, I can totally see that happening, seeing what I saw today. And like I said, I'm pretty good, so, people usually like me. I'm usually the one that...
she challenged him, but then pushed it to them, he was a wreck. And then
the thing is, that's what I'm saying. We want to challenge him to broaden out, but not to the point of duress and distress. That's
right, because then she'd leave and the whole day would be
so see the way I left him in there? That didn't trash your whole day for the length of time that I let him. Because guess what? You do kind of need distress to thrive to do something else.
Right.
to kind of do something different, to try and rescue yourself, to try and figure it out, to try and problem solve. You kind of need to be put in a situation where things are not going quite so well. Otherwise, you're not stimulated to do anything. So, but I wouldn't leave him in there. Like, I wouldn't stick him there and be like, oh, just leave it, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
And like do that for 10 minutes.
Right.
That's done.
Right.
Now I've just lost more and more of my trust with him. He trusts me even less. The next time I try and put him in, it will be even worse. And I have taught him nothing but to fear me and to fear that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't agree with kind of keeping it up at that level. I'd say push him a little bit, but then don't instill fear.
So are you going to write down a bunch of strategies